Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I gotta say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricane force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. And Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drive people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I've seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's that real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. Is that Utah? Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah.
It's Utah, baby.
#1 podcast.
Utah family, what go on? What go on? This your boy D, and I got my guy, Mr. Larry Frank Jr. in the building. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. Kane Nation, what it do? What it do? Utah family, what it do? What's going on? We got the guys in the building. Larry Frank Jr., man, what's going on this Friday night, man? It's time for another Miami Hurricane game. Is you ready, brother? I say, is you ready?
Yeah, man. Listen. First of all, how I'm sounding, because I ain't at home, so I'm out live on location, out and about. How we sounding?
You Gucci, man. You Gucci, man.
All right,
Shout out to
all
Larry
right.
Frank, y'all. Larry Frank is traveling, man. Let's pray our brother up, man. Safe travels, man, this weekend, man. Our brother, Mr.
Appreciate that.
Larry Frank, is on the road, man. So let's start it off, man. Y'all know how we start off every show, man. Shout out to the super producer, man. The man himself, Mr. King Judge.
KJ Production in your building.
Yes, sir.
KJ Production, King Judge. What's going on, man? Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to Man on a Mission. Shout out to Just Chase. JD Bedard, what's going on? Brother Blaze is in the building, man. Shout out to Alcatraz, Haitian Canes. What it do, man? What's going on? It's Friday night, Larry Frank, man. It's football tomorrow, man. Our 1-0 Miami Hurricanes will be taking on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. That is 0-1. Larry Frank, man, let's get your thoughts, man. What do you want to see out of your Hurricanes tomorrow at 12 noon on the ACC Network? Brother, talk to us, Larry Frank. It's a hype show, Larry Frank. Football is back, man. Let's go. Shout out to my mother, Linda. What's up, baby? Mwah. Talk to me, Frank.
What's up, Miss Linda? How you doing? What's up, Utah family? Hey, look, let me tell you something. The main thing I'm looking to see tomorrow is I'm looking to see some adjustments. I'm looking to see a transition from week 1 to week 2, really week to week. We know the mistakes that was made. We know the shortcomings that they had. A couple of plays on defense, bad angles, a couple of missed coverage problems. So with all of that, I'm hoping to see an improvement over the course of the week. If we can see an improvement in that and some of the things that were lacking last week, that's really going to make me feel good for the rest of the season, because it tells me that the coaching staff is going to address all the shortcomings and the issues and everything as it comes from getting the game. So that's the main thing I'm looking at for tomorrow. We got to be careful because, real quick, Southern Miss, their starting quarterback got hurt last week. They're going with a true freshman. It's a back.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Frank Ward Jr.,
Yes.
part of that offense coming back to Miami. They run something, it's like a wildcat, but they got special names for the package. So he's going to be pretty much the offense. So the key is going to be, as Coach Hayes always say, get all his hats towards the ball, surround the ball and stop them. So that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm looking just for the adjustments from last week and just to make sure we can contain the board tomorrow and try to get this W and go 2-0.
That's what's up, man. So Frank Gore Jr., I think he ran wild for like 178 yards or something like that last week with 2 touches. You know what I'm saying? 2 touchdowns, man. So he did his thing last week. I think he had like 30-some carries. So definitely, man, everybody, man, run to the ball, man. Let's get this W tomorrow. You know, actually, Southern Miss had like 3 turnovers. They had like 3 interceptions
Yeah.
last week too, man. So their defense was flying around. They had one of the guys, Shorts. I think he was like number 9. I watched a little bit of the game. He's a little tackling machine, man. So, you know, I mean, I still think we should take care of business, of course. And we just got to come out, man, and be hungry, man. Let's not take our foot off the gas. And let's come out there and play Hurricane football like we know we can do. I think we'll be okay.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And also we want to make sure, you know, the big game is next week. Hopefully, you know, they're not looking forward to that game, you know, looking ahead. Hopefully they're focused on this game tomorrow. Because like I said, you know, you got the big one next week, and that's one of the 2 that they've had circled all year. So that's what I'm looking for, man. I'm just hoping we can come out there and have a good effort and do what we got to do and just win this thing, man. And mistake-free football, come out there relatively injury-free. I want to say that Zion, I think, has been given the clear to play tomorrow. Knighton should be dressed up tomorrow playing.
Right.
So we'll get some of our guys that's injured back. They can get some game action. So, yeah, man, that's what we're looking for, man. And you know, overall, I do believe Gore he's gonna be motivated. Obviously, I mean, the butterflies are gonna be in his stomach because on 2 sides, you got to think about something. Side number 1, I mean, obviously, he wants to put on for the university that he's at right now. He's trying to represent for Southern Miss. You know, they're counting on him. But obviously, I mean, the butterflies are gonna be there coming home. Family and friends gonna be there. I'm pretty sure Pops is gonna be on the sideline somewhere. So a lot of fanfare that he's gonna have, you know, coming into this thing tomorrow. So he's gonna be motivated. And like I said, we cannot let him begin to get off, because if he begins to get off, we gonna have a problem. Not a major problem, but you know, it'll cause a little concern, you know. So I'm hoping we can get a goose egg on that board with him tomorrow and put up 50, 60 again, and just continue doing what we started.
Most definitely, and it's a noon kickoff. That way we don't have to wait till 3:30, man. Tomorrow, man, we get football early tomorrow down at Hard Rock. All of you guys, everybody, come out and support the team, man. Like, show your faces, get the tailgate. Everybody have a good time, man, and let's cheer Miami Hurricanes on, and let's get this victory tomorrow, man. So, what's the word on Leonard Taylor? I think they said that he was okay from last week when I think he hurt his shoulder, but I think he's a go.
They said he had a stinger. I think he's good to go. If he don't play, it won't be because he's, you know, in a bad way. Probably just precautionary, keep him, you know, healthy for Texas A&M. The key to that is, you know, you still have to nurse these injuries, and you have to nurse them to the point where, you know, you don't put anybody that might have a little nagging thing going. You don't put them where they can further injure it, because we need all hands on deck for next week. The good part about tomorrow's game is early, and Texas A&M Appalachian State is in the middle bracket of games. So once we finish, we can all put the channel and see what they're working with. Appalachian State, I think, is going to really give us, I think, the coaches and everybody else kind of an idea of what we can do. Because if you saw that overtime game against North Carolina last week, they took North Carolina to the brink. They took them to the limit. And they can score. They can move. I mean, of course, we know we dealt with them last year. You know, that's a very, very pesky team. Man. They can get after that. So I think, you know, we'll be able to take some gems from tomorrow. A&M, and I don't want to get too far into that because that'll be the next week when we got Brett Romberg. But A&M, you know, their quarterback situation isn't all that good. They got a backup LSU guy, and the starter is he's fairly inexperienced. So we'll be able to watch that tomorrow and really kind of scout and see what's going on. So that's what I'm hoping for, man. Just walk out that game tomorrow that we got with no injuries and be healthy and get a W, do everything right, and let's get this tone set for next week. What's up? What's up, Sherry? How you doing? Let's get this tone set for next week, bro.
Let's set the tone, man. Let's set the tone. Like you say, definitely, like I think Joseph Bernard said, definitely, man, we ain't looking past no games. Let's take this game, take every week one game at a time, and let's come out here.
Yes, sir.
Come out here and perform. Let's just take it slow. Come out, you guys, tomorrow. Play Miami Hurricane football like we know we can. Take care of business, and like Frank said, let's get out of here injury free. get out of here injury free? Because I think that next week game is a primetime game. Am I right?
Yeah. So most likely, I doubt if it's ABC. I think it's going to be the ESPN game. I don't know who else is playing week 3. I wish we had the primetime ABC game, but I don't think we do. Now, obviously, with the rankings, everybody saw the rankings this week when the AP got released. And I mean, I'm not one that believes in rankings, so please don't take this the wrong way. But I will say this, for Florida to go from being unranked to number 7 in the nation for beating Utah, whatever. Come on, man. Really? That's just they're not gonna hide their SEC bias. But hey, it is what it is. So the only reason I'm bringing up rankings is because it'll be a ranked matchup. So we'll have to see where we fall in, where A&M falls in. If we were both top 10, it would probably most likely be ABC. But even when we win, if you don't get too many losses ahead of us, we're not gonna get no higher than about maybe we're 15 right now, I believe. So I don't think we're gonna get no higher than about 13. They're gonna make Miami earn it. But that's cool because at the end of the day,
yes,
we don't need to worry about rankings anyway. Just win. The rankings will take care of itself if we win.
I think that's what we talked about with George, man. You and I, man, like you say, don't worry about the rankings. The rankings will take care of itself. You got to
Right.
win, and we ain't deserve nothing to be high up in the rankings right now. Anyways, go out here and play, do what we capable of doing, and everything else will take care of itself. Speaking of next week, Coach Hayes, you talk family. We're gonna be on with Coach Hayes on Thursday. He's having a marathon with all different podcasts, and I think our slot time that me and Larry Frank chose was, I want to say 9:30. Frank, that's the one we chose, and we're gonna be talking about the O-line on Coach Hayes' show next week.
9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. That's it.
Most definitely. Speaking of the offensive line, do you think that they can carry the momentum like we seen last week going into this game? I mean, because they look good last week, man, and I want to see them keep on pushing people around there, Frank.
It's I think they can. It's a step up in competition because I mean you're moving from an FCS school to a Group of 5 school. But like I said, you get Zion back on the left side. I think Campbell, they'll put him over there on the right side. And I mean with Rivers and Clark and Scaife. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they had their weight. Now, granted, once again, it was an FCS opponent. They're supposed to have their weight. But I only highlight that because if you look at the technique, if you look at just they were having fun, the way that they were just doing everything fundamentally sound. What's up, Tremaine? How you doing? You saw this O-line doing things that they have not done for years. And, you know, when I can look at Campbell literally take the linebacker and literally turn him and dominate him. When you're looking at, I believe that was Rivers. Rivers had taken, was it another linebacker? Rivers had somebody. He was just driving.
Rivers. Yeah, that was Jalen Rivers. Yeah, that's the one that me and George was telling you about. Yeah, Jalen Rivers.
I saw it. He sent it to me. I saw it. So it was like, you know, they're doing stuff right now. Their fundamentals are way better. They're being taught, and credit Coach Mirabal for that. And you know, I like the fact that we're stepping up in competition. You know, you're going to get a little bit more of a challenge from this school here.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, let's just keep up the good stuff, man. We had 0 sacks last week, and I think what George said, to go back to 2 games to end the season last year, with this one last week, I mean, with 3 straight games, 0 sacks. That's progress. And I mean, we're too deep. We're too deep on the offensive line, you know. So we got some plug and play guys that have came in that can, you know, relieve our starters if need be. I think, you know, as long as they're all doing it, I mean, they're going to be all right. But we should have expected this because that's Mario's MO, having been a former offensive lineman himself. So don't think Mario, when he was getting ready to take the job, didn't look at this team from top to bottom and realize that offensive line was the big issue. And anybody that plays football, I mean, listen, quarterback skill players are always going to get their love no matter what. If the offensive line is opening up the holes, guess what? The running back going to get all the shine. The quarterback going to get all the shine. And let them focus on the running back get negative yardage or the quarterback gets sacked multiple times. Guess who's getting the blame? The offensive line. So Marvin knows that he has to come in and get this offensive line right personnel. And we're building it. And hey, man, I think they're going to do pretty good. Just keep the consistency going.
Hey Chess, what's up, Mitchell? What's going on, big dog? How you doing? Dallas, Texas is in the building.
All
That's our
right.
brother, man.
Yes,
Hey
sir.
Chess Mitchell, man. He in the building, man. Most definitely, man. But you know what I want to see, Frank? I want to see the wide receivers get a little bit more burn other than X because I want to see. I hope they're ready. You know, again, not looking past, until next week, but I want to see some more receivers step up at that wide receiver position. I hope that TVD will get to slinging around a little bit more this week to where we can see, man, who we got else besides X at that wide
Yeah,
receiver position.
I think you will. I think, like you said, you didn't have to really show much of nothing last week. And I'll address that right there. Just Chase, I'll get to that real quick. I don't think you're going to see. I think last week there was no need to really open it up. I saw where a lot of fans were kind of mixing things up, and I get it. I mean, they were saying for the defensive side that Miami didn't want to show too much, but I don't think that was the case. What you saw on the defensive side was, the couple of issues that we had. Offensively, I don't think they showed too much in the passing game. I think that was by design.
Mhm.
I think they are going to open it up a little bit because now you got some in-game live action. You have to let those receivers start getting some more in-game
Yes,
live reps.
yes,
And with that being said, I truly believe that you're going to see now, like once again, they're not going to open up the floodgates. They're not going to open up the floodgates, but I think you're going to start seeing guys, get a little bit more. Michael
I
Redding
agree,
can pick up
Blaze.
that pass. So yeah, you'll see that. But getting back to what Jay
Just Chase.
just Chase, um, no, I don't think they ran it too much. I think that was pretty much what they needed to do. Because if you look at it, our walk-on running backs, given that we had injuries, it was good because our walk-ons were able to get some good live in-game action. Remember,
Right.
Lucius Taylor just transferred from UAB. He only been on campus for like 3 days. And where you ever heard of a guy transferring in and 3 days later? I mean, I think he had like over 40 yards. So, Devin Perry, I mean, he was able to score a touchdown. So, they got some valuable in-game experience because you never know, man. The way these injuries hit, you never know. So I was kind of glad that they stuck with that. So, and then remember, Josh Gaddis always had a balanced offense. He had it at Michigan, and
Right.
real quick, Devin, before I flip it back to you, a lot of fans I'm seeing still are doubting this team, and I get it because you look at the history of what happened. But we got to remember something. We got two guys on the staff that beat Ohio State last year.
Go ahead.
Maury, head coach, went into Columbus and beat him, and Josh Gaddis called an offense from Michigan that. So I get it. You don't want to forget about what happened in the years past, but I think this is a reminder. This coaching staff. This is not the same type of coaching staff we've had for the last off and on 15 to 17, 18 years. This coaching staff is knowledgeable. They know what they're doing, and they're committed. And like I said, even if we go into A&M next week and come up a little bit, I'm okay with that as long as we compete, we look better. If they are the better team on Saturday, I can live with that. But when you're trying to scrape by with teams like Central Michigan winning a 7-5 ball game and Bethune, when we played them a couple of years back or whatever, and La Tech with the 14, when
Mm-hmm.
you start playing those types of games, that's where the problem is. But yeah, man, I think we'll open it up a little bit more for the receivers.
Most definitely. And Joseph Bernard, yeah, we talked about that this past Monday on the recap show about 8. But we had a caller to call in, man, our guy D Drakeford. And
Yeah,
like he said, in the coaching staff we trust.
yeah,
And I agree with you, Joseph Bernard. Yeah, don't none of us want to see him out there, but I just think that, you know, maybe they just trying to give him some burn because one thing about it, Joseph Bernard, if it keeps happening, trust me, he ain't gonna be on the field. Not with this coaching staff right here.
right.
So, I agree with D Drakeford. I think that we just kind of got to let the coaching staff, man, do their thing with that, and hopefully that'll work itself out, Joseph Bernard. But I agree, it still looked the same from last year, man. Still the same, bad angles, missed tackles with that particular number 8. But I think we'll see some different guys tomorrow on Saturday, man. So we'll see how that goes.
I'll say this much about Ivy. Ivy is built like an NFL corner. He looks like an NFL corner in stature. In practice, from what George has told us and what I've seen on other channels, he plays like an NFL corner in practice. Somewhere there is a disconnect between practice and game time. And just my personal opinion, I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I'm just giving my 2 cents here. I think the reason why they went ahead and went with him is because of his look, his build, his attributes. He
Cyrus, what's up, bro?
has, what's up, Cyrus? What's up? He has the eye test
Oh my
that
gosh!
looks like.
Not bad, Frank.
My boy, hey, you good, you good. The eye test when you look at him tells you, oh, this guy can be something serious. I think he's a former 4-star at that, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but I thought he was a 4-star. So the eye test, just looking at him, and I guess the coaches are hoping that they can change whatever is going on that he's had from the previous administration and make him effective. That still remains to be seen. Now, if he gets in tomorrow and he does a complete 360, but once again, I don't expect too much throwing to happen because this backup quarterback, they're not going to throw him to the wolves like that. They're going to try to get everything set with Gore. But if they have any plays where they dial his number and they go to his side and he's able to defend, even I don't even want to say a pick six. If he can just take one, force a turnover and get an interception, that's a step in the right direction. But truth be told, if indeed, by the same token, if he gets in and gets exposed again, I think a decision has to be made, because you can't do this against Texas A&M because now you're going up against other Division I SEC receivers. So, this is something that, a Jamil and DVD, they're going to all have to get together and really figure this thing out because like we said on the recap show, safeties, you're straight. And I think Blades is going to actually fit in real well as he transitions into that safety role because he's been playing as he played a lot of snaps at safety last week. Matter of fact, if it's James and Cam, and then you got Blades and Avante coming in, too deep, safety, you straight. So you got to get those corners together. That's the problem. And like I said, you got these other guys here. What about Porter? Porter's waiting in the wings. So hey man, you got Dunst waiting in the wings. He has to do better looking at him. Yes. That is a gem right there. Definitely. And any quarterback, any team that throws the ball, they're gonna target him. And if his confidence is shot and he can't recover, that could be a liability. So, in the coaching staff, I trust, just like Drake has said, man, and we gotta trust him. So hey, we're gonna just trust him, until he give us a reason not to.
Most definitely. The other position that we were talking about keeping an eye on tomorrow as well was defensive end. Because I thought we didn't look too good at DN, but again, we'll see. We're gonna have to be better than what we was last week. I mean, and like you said, going into, you don't want to look ahead because you still feel like this is a game that you should get tomorrow. So you just want to see the progression every week. So what's your thoughts on that?
Aguday didn't
Trello,
impress.
what's up, baby?
What's up, Trello? What's happening? Aguday, Mitchell, the UCLA transfer, like I said, non-existent. And from what we saw, they were crashing in a lot, and quarterback containment was an issue, and that concerns me because if you get a mobile quarterback down the line, if they don't improve that, that's going to be problems. So hopefully they'll do that. I see Brother Jay. Can Keyshawn maintain a heavy load in assignments, both returning on special teams and at the wide receiver position? I think he can.
He's going to have to.
I think he can. And I'll tell you why, Brother Jay. I'll tell you why I think he can, because I don't think that, and really the other receivers are going to have to step up. Ladson caught a pass for, I think, 30, 31 yards. But like I said, he wasn't even I think that was his only target. So, and listen, for the most part, the receivers caught the ball.
Yes.
Keyshawn can't be your number one receiver. And you're relying on him for the special teams. Keyshawn can still be effective as a receiver, but not at the number one. You got to have a good mixture of plays. You got to have a good mixture of plays that are dialed up to different receivers, tight ends. If Keyshawn gives you 4 receptions for 60, 70 yards and he can hit pay dirt, guess what? I'll take that if he can maintain what he's doing with the special teams.
Right.
Because, as we said on Monday night, like I said, I was clowning, but I'm like seriously, did Keyshawn, get FaceTime by Devin Hester before the game? Because what was that? Like the way he was representing, But guess what? I would much rather take less production in Keyshawn as a receiver if he can go ahead and give us better starting field position the way he did last week and be effective in the punt and kick return game. He could have took one to the house. He had one that was called back. Now, once again, granted, it was Bethune, but I will say this much. Go back and look at the film and go back and look at how the guys, the personnel they had, how they were getting down the field. They were blocking. They were opening up lanes. Look how physical X was on the block. Once again, if it's all about what they're doing. And if they can maintain what they're doing as we move forward, I still say that Keyshawn will be very effective in the special teams game. So, listen, man, I'm looking for Ladson to step up. I'm looking for Richard to step up. Redding caught a touchdown pass. I think he's overdue to get his name, in the ring or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We got options at receiver, and it's just time for everybody to step up. We can't let it fall on Keyshawn and Ladson by themselves. So hey, you got Horton who came in. Let's do it. Rooster's back, as Brother Jay said, and I needed that because Rooster's on my fantasy team. Well, my feelings was hurt last week. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't even know that. I'm like, he don't have no yards. I'm like, what's going on? And I went on Twitter and I saw that, they were holding him out for precaution. So, yeah, Rooster, you need to make up for last week and this week, man. Hey, Rooster, I need you to go for about 205 scores, bro. Hook me up.
Damn, Frankie, dog. Damn.
Do it.
But you want to bring it back and just jump straight in it, just step in it, huh?
Go ahead on. Announce yourself, Rooster. Announce yourself, bro. Do it. Yes, sir.
Now I said Keyshawn probably at wide receiver. We definitely needed, man, in the receiving game because besides X, man, who else on in that room has more experience or more snaps played in game other than X in him? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean, we got a bunch of guys. We know we got a bunch of talent, but I mean, who else do we have that has the experience in game besides, Ladson coming from Clemson transferring, but I'm talking about on our team. I'm hoping that Michael Redding will come in and give us a spark at some point in time.
Right. See, the thing about it, this is how you got to look at it. This is how I look at it. You don't have the experience, but you got the potential. And, Jacoby George is another one. Brinson, Rashard Smith. We got Horton.
All guys. They just names right now,
All the names. Yeah, they just names. But that's where somebody has to step up. It's kind of like, let's go back to a couple of weeks ago when we had Santana Moss on. Remember what Santana Moss said when he first got there? What did he say? You had all these other guys that were there. He knew what he needed to do, and he put it in his mind to do it. So, somebody needs to have a similar approach, in my opinion, and maybe just look at it in that regard. Be like, look, we know that these receivers, this whole group that we're a part of, if I'm speaking as if I'm one of the receivers, we know that this group is lacking. We have inexperience. What can I do? Step up and put this group on another level. And if all of them adopt that and step up in game, that's where you can do it effectively. Because at some point, we're going to face a team that's going to match our offensive linemen. They're going to hold our running backs in check. And listen, we got too good of a quarterback to not be able to utilize our receivers. So somebody over the course of the season, they're going to have to come up and they're going to have to make it happen.
Right, exactly. So let me ask you a question. At linebacker, do you think we'll see more of Caleb this week? Or do you think that they'll stick with the same starting two, Steed and Flag, and it'll be an alternate rotation between Caleb and what's my other guy name?
Keontra Smith.
Keontra Smith.
Well, like Drake said the other night, and I mean, I'm once again I'm gonna give him nothing but credit because he definitely turned a stone that many people don't realize. They're going with Flag right now for some reason, and it's because obviously Flag must be picking up on everything, and he's doing what he's got to do in
Right.
practice. He's giving them a reason to want to go to. Like I said, a lot of people came down hard on him last week, and yeah, his lateral side to side, he missed a couple of tackles, and he still wasn't able to get out there to the edge, but he was getting penetration and getting in that backfield. He was getting to that quarterback on them blitzes. That is improvement that I saw, previously from what he was doing before. Now, the thing about it is Caleb makes it kind of tough because, remember, Caleb played half the snaps. Flag had like 36, 37, however many snaps. Caleb only had 16, and he was the leading tackler. Flag was your second. At this point, now you're starting to look at the quality over the quantity. And this is going to be tough because
Jamal, what's up, brother?
What's up, Jamal? What's happening, bro? It's going to be tough because if I'm Charlie Strong, I'm getting with Kevin Steele and I'm consulting with Mario, and I'm like, okay, so what route do we go here? Because you got a guy that may be coming in Caleb that brings this tremendous upside, and he's an upgrade. But is there an issue? Is he having problems grasping on to some of the plays, some of the calls? It's a reason why he wasn't deemed the starter or putting in that starting role. And on the flip side, is there a reason why Corey Flag keeps going back to being the starter?
Right.
So once again, Darryl Drakeford, he hit the nail on the head. And I mean, bro, if you're watching, I salute you, man, because you really, I think, opened up a lot of people's minds by putting that out there because, a lot of people were just crapping on Flag. And really and truthfully, I mean, it's not the improvement that we as fans want to see, but there has been some improvement. Now, once again, can he take that next leap similar to what we're hoping Ivy does if he remains in his starting spot? Because he's going to have to make a massive improvement, especially on his laterals from side to side.
Right.
And his tackle, so I think for right now, I think tomorrow's game is going to tell the coaching staff and tell us what the future will hold. I think if I can step in that game tomorrow and do what it is that they're asking him to do and be effective with it, I think he stays. But if you have another situation where Caleb comes in and has a limited amount of snaps behind Flag and Steed, and he can put forth the most numbers, I think it's open and shut going in the next week.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see, man. Let me plug it real quick. November the 11th, you guys. November the 11th. We're going to be at the Utah Hurricane Bash right here in Atlanta. And I'm saying the Hall of Famer, the man himself, Larry Frank Jr., told us to come out to his shop, the Cool with an Edge. There's the address. We're going to be up bright and early.
Hold up, D. I appreciate the love, but I ain't the Hall. You said Larry Frank Jr. the Hall of Fame. I ain't the Hall of Fame. You talking about Edge?
I thought I said Edgerrin James. I'm sorry, Edgerrin James.
I mean, I appreciate it. Though. I am
the
a
Hall of Famer, Edgerrin. Yeah, you are, bro. That's right. Edgerrin James, man. We gonna be down at his shop in Atlanta, man. So you guys come out 11 a.m. We gonna shop. We gonna hang out. Then we gonna go over to the bash later on that night, and we're going to have a good time. So, again, we want to see everybody in Atlanta. November the 11th, Miami versus Georgia Tech. There's the address where our Kane great, Mr. Edgerrin James, will be at his store location. The Cool with an Edge, 365 14th Street, Atlanta, Georgia. There's the address, man. So, definitely, we're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to tailgate over at this spot. Then we go into the bash later on that night at 8 p.m., man. So hope to see everybody there. But yes, man, definitely look at Joseph Bernard. Larry Frank say you're Hall of Fame in his own right. So.
You come to my hometown, you will hear some stories about me. But like I said, I'm a Hall of Famer on my street, in my neighborhood. But that's about where it stops, right?
So you enshrined, huh, Frank?
I got the gold jacket and everything on my street, man. Look at they got stories, man. They got stories.
JB, man, I love the running game too, and I want to see how effective it's gonna be, man. Again with Rooster Bike in the lineup, I wonder how much his workload would be tomorrow. You know, I know he had a sore hamstring, so I kind of want to see how they're gonna utilize him tomorrow, man, to get him ready for next week as well. Zion Nelson returned back into this game, and Ja'Kai Clark center back. Well, that's good.
Yep.
Looking forward to seeing Zion, man. Definitely want to get him some burn before
Yep.
next week as well.
Absolutely. And as far as Rooster, you know, you ain't gotta overload him with snaps, man. You know, give him 15 to 20 touches, if that. You know, just let him, you know, get everything, get the blood flowing and all of that. Get back into live game action, and you know, if he can get 15 to 20 touches, and listen, he don't even have to go for 100. I mean, listen, fantasy football aside, I mean, that's for fun. I want him healthy, and if he gets a limited amount of touches, he can still move, and his touch is still there and everything, and you know, if he goes 60, 70 yards and a touchdown, I mean, you know, that's his touches are limited. He can do more if given more. So, limited stuff, man. You know, like I said, you know, Dan Franklin is really coming along. Shout out to John from Capitol and Canes. He's been telling everybody about Dan Franklin for over a year now, and he called it. And like I say, Henry Parrish, man. Henry Parrish really showed his mettle as well. You know, coming over from Ole Miss. So, and then Chaney, I don't think tomorrow, but Chaney ought to be close to getting back as well. His time ought to be nearing as well for his return. So. Yeah, man, limit Rooster's touches, and like I said, you know, you got these other guys, these walk-ons, you know, if we get up big, I expect we will. Let the walk-ons get some more, you know, let them get some more time, let them get some more burn, man, and get them some more live game action, because ultimately, you know, listen, you're gonna have graduations, you're gonna have NFL declarations, transfers. Hey, man, let everybody get it.
Larry Frank.
What's up?
Guess what, Larry Frank? He's smiling though, Larry Frank. Look at
Who's
he ready, Larry Frank. We got somebody that's about to come in, man. But Larry Frank, we got him bite to bite. That's what I'm gonna start calling him, bite to bite.
Oh.
We got to bite to bite. So hey, you talk family. We're gonna bring him in. Our brother, man. You know our reach is long, man. Our reach is long. This is our extended brother down there in the 305. The man no other than him fails. And we talking about the one and only Mr. George Diaz is in the building. You talk family. Give him a rough day.
Hey. Check the name tags, boy. We got James St. Patrick in the building.
I did that.
He did it.
I did that just for you, Larry Frank.
I appreciate it, man. Nothing but love, baby. Nothing but love.
What up, you?
The hell going on, man? What up?
Hey, man, just got back from football practice, baby. What's up, you talk?
Oh yeah.
Man? Yes, sir.
Hey, man, he's in the building. Man. George Diaz, man, our brother is in the building, man. George, man, we was just talking about what we want to see tomorrow, man. Frank gave his take. I gave a little bit of my take, man. Let's talk to you, man. What are you looking to see out of the team tomorrow, man? 12 noon kickoff, ACC Network. Talk to us, brother.
Hey, I want to see disciplined football, baby. Disciplined football. And go out there and smack somebody in their face, you know? I want to see improvement from last week, especially on the defense side of the ball with our linebackers, our missed tackles and stuff like that. So consistency is what I want to see, man. So
definitely.
Larry Frank's outdoor. I keep hearing win, but it's because Larry Frank's outdoor.
Yeah, I'm about to get off because, like I said, we out here I got to do a road trip right quick.
Yeah,
and I just stopped right quick.
I was listening to the show right before I got on. I heard you. Hey, Jesus Christ! I was going to tell you something. Our running back, you were just talking about him. Chaney,
Rooster.
No,
yeah,
Chaney.
He
nowhere near to come back, buddy. I don't know where you heard that from. His injury's serious.
Oh, I thought he was getting close, man, because that's what the buzz was. But I've been reading and seeing, you know, they're expecting him to come back.
he's on the field, but I don't think they're gonna rush him because they took their time to put him back on the field and he got hurt again. So I don't understand that. I don't think they're gonna rush him.
So he got hurt again. Okay, all right. I didn't see it. You didn't know that. They didn't report all that.
So
we're thinking he's just rehabbing that ACL and he's timetable and getting close to coming back. But if he got re-injured, then yeah, wow, that sucks.
So what's your guys' prediction for tomorrow? I know Larry Frank's getting ready to sign off. So what you got tomorrow?
I think we get in the 50s. I'm gonna go. I think Gore get one for the home team. For the family and friends. I'm going 52-7.
I was close at 52. I said 52-10.
Okay,
we're right there. We're right there.
I think I'm gonna say 60-3. I'm gonna say 60-3.
Okay, all right, a 60 bird.
I'm gonna say 60-3. I talked to E-Grade, man. So he kind of he had me too hyped, man. I think I drunk some of his Kool-Aid, man. he won 70 though, man. So I'm gonna come down to the limit.
Had more than Kool-Aid in it, son. He's great, man. That's our boy. We know our boy.
Right. Y'all put your predictions up in the chat. They're gonna tell us.
There you go. I would love to see 70 on the board again, but see that just means we're gonna need to pick 6-1 or fumble, take it back to the house. And this Southern Miss team is well coached, man. It's not this ain't gonna be a Bethune-Cookman walkthrough. I'm not saying this should give us a fight or anything, but they are a better football program than Bethune-Cookman. So that's why I threw up my 52. I was being realistic. If we go up there and throw a 70,
Italian
Stallion, what's up, Mr. Freeman? Hey, I would love nothing more than see another 70 on the board, man. Shit.
And real quick before I go, I don't know if people realize. I know George, you saw Devin, you probably saw it too. PFF, Pro Football Focus, they had us graded as having the best performance in all of college football last week.
I saw it. I was going to say
I figured you did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They gave us a 90, 94, something like that, 92,
something like that. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So, fellas, I'm gonna let y'all finish it. I'm about to get on. Get back on this road because I got about another 4 hours I got to do. And like I say, man, I'll be set tomorrow. I'll be watching the game and we'll be texting. And talking. So
most definitely, boy, you be safe on that road, man. We ain't gonna be on that long because I got work to do. I got a lot of work to do myself. So, man, I was waiting on George, man. I thought he was gonna disappoint me, but bite the back in here, man. Ghost is the man.
Hey, I told you I'll get in here before 9 o'clock, baby. I could practice short.
That's what's up, man. Hey, Frank, man, you be safe, man. We love you, man. You talk family, man. Shout out our boy, man.
All right, love y'all back, man. Y'all be good, man. See y'all Monday night, man. We'll recap this picture for 2-0. Be cool.
Sure. Okay. All right, be safe, boy. All right. Yeah, George. So it's on, man. 1-0 Miami Hurricanes, brother. Tomorrow against the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, man. 0-1. They played Liberty and they lost last week 29-27 in overtime. So we talked about Frank Gore Jr. just being the catalyst of that offense, man. He kind of ran wild last week, so we just talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you watch film on them, you could tell their offense runs on them through him. So I expect a heavy workload from him, especially him being a Miami boy down here, his dad, and the whole connection. So I'm sure he's going to want to make a statement in UM. But like I said, I want to see our defense be a lot better than last week. So
yes,
I don't want to give up more. Shout out to Pedro. That's one of actually one of my kids on the football, one of his dad. So shout out to Pedro.
That's
Thank
good.
you for joining the show.
What's up, Pedro?
So let's listen. I don't want to see more than 10 points on that board. I gave him 1 because I think he gets in the end zone against us. Hopefully not. Hopefully we put up a donut or 3 points like your prediction, and we have a big game. So.
And that's what we talked about too. Just like on the recap show on Monday, we kind of touched on what we wanted to see this week. what we was kind of disappointed on this past weekend, last week, and what do we want to see, change going into tomorrow's game. And we just kind of touched on, we wanted the defensive ends to show, like Blaze said, just set the edge, man, and have gap discipline. That's something that we talked about right after the game, so any position of concern that you are going to be keeping your eye on for tomorrow.
I want to see what Knighton does. I heard he's going to play.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to play a lot, but he will play. He's going to get his feet wet, get ready for Texas A&M. Zion Nelson's playing, I heard, which is great because I did not want to just throw that guy into Texas A&M game, so let him get a couple plays in, probably play the first half and then get him out.
Right.
Not sure if Logan's going to play. I didn't.
Okay.
So, but I would love to see him get some reps out there. Linebackers, that's the position I'm going to see. I want to see how much Wesley plays because they did talk about giving him more plays because, man, that guy, he's just impressive. Every day he impresses you more and more. So it's only a matter of time before he gets on the field full time.
Okay. Were you at practice this week? Did you get a chance to stop by and go to any practices this week?
Stopped by yesterday in the morning.
Okay.
But like I said, I saw the Rooster out there. I saw Cyan out there.
Did they look focused, locked in?
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, there is no playing around. Mario will shut down practice, get on your ass, and regroup and redo it again. And in the offseason, I'm sure you guys heard it was more than a couple times where he shut down practice and made sure, like there's no bullshit going around in the program. So, yeah, they seem focused. I love the fact that he puts visiting team jersey on some of the guys and go out there and hit and stuff like that. What I did see in practice, which he did mention in his interview, is more hitting on defense because they were backing up a little bit because of the injuries and stuff like that. But I guess he finally said, the hell with it. Somebody gets hurt, they get hurt, next man up mentality. And they were practicing a lot of more tackling, a lot of more hitting amongst the guys. So
okay.
Green and white, I don't know because all I read was that to wear orange. So if they announce they're wearing green and white, then I love that color combo, but I know they did put out a tweet saying to wear orange for tomorrow's game for whoever's going.
Okay. Definitely, man. So we also talked about, the wide receivers just wanted to see somebody else who was going to step up besides X. So, I think Blaze posed the question as far as, well, he said that in the kicking game and in the receiving game, how important is Keyshawn Smith?
Keyshawn Smith.
My thoughts are, definitely important because, he has the more, game experience reps other than, X, and we definitely need somebody. The rest of the guys are just like names. We haven't seen anybody take that foot forward, that extra step to prove who's going to be the next guy beside X, to give us some production at that spot.
Yeah, I expect Keyshawn to have another good game out of special teams kick return. But we need him to show up on the offensive side of the ball because really that's all he did last week was whatever he did on special team. I don't even think he caught a pass. I think he had 0 receptions last week, so he's got to show up. Jacoby George is still suspended. He'll be back for Texas A&M. I would love to see what they could do with Brashard Smith because of his speed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I only saw him in one play last week going through film, which was the little reverse, not even a reverse sweep. They just ran a jet sweep with him.
Jet sweep with him, yeah.
So, and any wide receiver should still, Romello, Ladson, we made a big deal about him coming from Clemson and stuff. You hardly saw him last week. Caught one pass, I think. So somebody's got to step up, man. I think we're going to be a little more pass heavier tomorrow. I still think we run the ball down their throat, but I do expect more than 16 passes out of Tyler Van Dyke. So,
well, that's what we talked about too. Do we think that there'll be a little bit more, throw the ball a little bit more this week to try to go ahead and see what's up with these receivers and get them game ready for next week? Not trying to look ahead to next week, but try to see who's going to be the guy because we know it's going to be a totally different game next week. So, we got to probably open up things just a little bit to get these guys some reps to see what we got, man. But definitely, man, 12 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, George, man. ACC Network,
excited.
man.
Hey, I'm
it's
excited.
here, man. We ain't got to wait all day. You ain't got to wait to 3:30, man. We get up, man. It'll be here before you know it.
Wake up, tailgate for a couple hours, and it's game time, baby.
Most definitely, man. Well, George, we ain't gonna be on tonight, man. I'm glad that you were able to join us, man. And just tell everybody, man, man, what you want to see, and tell everybody, man, get us hyped up for tomorrow, man. What we looking to see tomorrow, George? It's game day, baby. Let's go. It's
game day, baby. So, yeah, like I said, man, discipline. I want to see discipline. I want to see tackling on that defensive side of the ball. Our defensive ends, in your opinion, who's the most aggressive person on our defense?
I'm gonna say Cam Kitchens. That's what I've seen.
That's what I was gonna say. It's got to be one of your safety, Cam Kitchens. There's a lot of respect for Avante Williams when he's out there. He's just a ball.
And I love Avante. That's my favorite player. Yeah.
Right now, I would say between James Williams and Cam Kitchens the most. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of more of Darrell Jackson Jr. just because if you rewatch the tape, I know it was Bethune-Cookman, I get it, but even in practice, he just moves people around. That's a big boy, 6'6", 300 pounds, and he just moves. So, but yeah, back to I want to see our linebackers do better, tackling, no more cut down on those missed tackles because we did have a couple missed tackles in that game if you rewatch the film. So, and offensive side of the ball, hey, if you can run the ball, keep running the ball. That's how you win football games in the trenches. So, but I do think we see more passing in the offense. And my prediction is 52-10. Hopefully I'm wrong. Put up a donut, put up 3-point, and put up 70. Hey, ain't nobody going to be happier in that stadium than me. So, can't wait to see the boys go out there tomorrow. And for any of you guys that go to the game, man, I sit in section 134. If you guys want to link up, talk some football at halftime before the game, hit me up. Don't be shy. And can't wait to see everyone out in Atlanta.
Come on.
We got to keep talking about that, baby. I want to see everybody out there in the ATL.
We will be here. Most definitely. Most definitely, man. So we got Ghost to come on again, bite to bite. Listen, he told me he bite, man. He bite with us, man. That's what Ghost said. Larry Frank, I know you watching. He bite, Larry Frank, with us, man. He bite. Listen, man, you guys tomorrow, 12 noon kickoff, ACC Network. Let's get this W. I just want to see, just like George said, a disciplined team. I want to see you guys come out and play with purpose. And I want to see you guys just put your foot on their necks. I say 60-13, like you say, man. I hope it's 0. I would love to see a 70-piece, but if it's not, just get out of that injury-free, get the job done, stay focused, stay intense. I want to see hidden. I just want to see you guys bring it. So, coaching staff, have them prepared. We're going to be cheering you guys on. So, we'll be back on Monday night. George Diaz, Devin Lloyd, Larry Frank Jr., y'all know how we start off every show, and you know how we end every show. It ain't no us. You with me, George?
Yes, sir. Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Hey, you guys have a safe weekend. Go Canes, man. We will be. Sure. George gonna be at the game tomorrow. Like he said, y'all guys come and holler at him, man. Say what's up to him, man. He'll beat up, man. It's U-Talk, baby. Everybody have a great weekend. We love you guys. It's U-Talk.
It's U-Talk, baby. It's U-Talk, baby. But not a kid, Gucci for real. Look at the tax. Best trap alive. Look at the facts. If they ain't what you call me, shot it and just did. Push a little weight in my hood and then flex. I'm on the Nike shit for real. You niggas